Well, continuing on with the latest ridiculous nonsense from Steven Anderson, he came out with a video denying the Holocaust, which is very interesting, actually. Let me just show you something here quickly. On my channel, on YouTube, and this is probably going to go multiple part because I want to cover this thing in pretty good detail, but you go down here, let me just find the video very quickly. It's called 3 Questions for Steven Anderson. I'll just type in 3 questions. That should bring it up. Yep, right there. 3 questions for Steven Anderson. And in this video, I'll just play it. It's 58 seconds. You can see it right there. All right. I have 3 questions for Steven Anderson or any of his heretical followers that teach this satanic replacement theology. And any of you can answer it. Number 1, should Christians support the destruction of the modern-day state of Israel? That's the first question. Should Christians support the destruction of the modern-day nation of Israel? Okay. Question number 2, has the Abrahamic covenant been disannulled in terms of the land that was promised to the children of Israel? Has that covenant been disannulled? Okay. And chapter and verse, please, by the way. Mm-hmm. And the third question would be, do you believe that the Holocaust in Germany, do you believe that that was a real event or was it faked? 3 simple questions I'd like Steven Anderson to answer or any of his followers. Okay, and of course a lot of his followers did answer, but Steven Anderson actually did come on and he gave his answers. All right, I'm going to go down here. I don't know if you'll be able to see him or not, but here he says, right there, number 1, no, we should be neutral. Neither Jews nor Muslims are right. Number 2, never. Abraham's seed will inherit the land in the millennium. And number 3, he says that the Holocaust was a real event. Okay, right there he said real event. Now the reason I did that video is because years ago when I was studying, I read Chick.com, their tracks, the comic book things, the Alberto series. Alberto Rivera was a ex-Jesuit priest, and he said one of the Jesuit tactics is to deny the Holocaust, to cover up what happened back there in Nazi Germany, because Nazi Germany was run by Catholicism. Again, that's a historical fact. There have been many books written about it. I mean, there are even books written by Catholics on the subject, so that's not debatable. Mein Kampf, I've proved this in my Steven Anderson and His Lies videos, SAAHL. You know, you can look those up, and I show the quotes from Mein Kampf. I show a lot of other documentation that the Nazis were signed up. They weren't all Roman Catholic. Okay, they weren't, you know, devout Roman Catholics like some people would think of devout Roman Catholics, but they were Catholic, and they were definitely in league with the Vatican. Okay, Franz von Papen signed a concordat with the Pope Pius XII, I think it was, you know, before the war. So they definitely were controlled by Catholicism there. They were Catholic. There's no question about that. So I could see, I thought, okay, Anderson's coming out with all this anti-Jewish stuff, all this anti-Semitic stuff, and I thought, I bet you he's eventually going to deny the Holocaust, because that's the Jesuitical system. That's the way that the Jesuits do it. That's the way the Catholics do it. They start out and well, I don't hate the Jews. They're just the synagogue of Satan, and everything else is, you know, everything in the world that's bad is the fault of the Jews. You know, so I could see it going this way. And you know, that's why I made that video. That's why I asked that question. And Steven Anderson, right there, said that it was a real event, the Holocaust. Okay? So now I'm going to go to Framing the World, Paul Sodenberger's channel. And I think this is the one where it has it. Yeah, Rare Bible Leaves 1683 King James Bible.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah, we don't need to hear from you right now. But what they did is they actually bought a 1683 King James Bible. Beautiful old Bible. And they're going to cut it up and sell each page for $70. Now this Cambridge right here, my good old Cambridge that I've used for many years, my main Bible, my main preaching Bible, this thing has right around 1,500 or so pages in it. Now, you look at the Bible there, let me put this thing up to full screen. You look at that Bible that he has right there, that thing's thick. Okay, the old Bibles were very, very thick. All right, I have one or two that's not even close to that age, but I have older ones like that. And they put a lot more work into them. The pages were a lot thicker too, but this thing has 1,500 pages. So let's just be conservative and assume that that thing has 2,000 pages. Now, what is $70 times 2,000? 2,000 pages times $70 a page. That would probably be $140,000. They're trying to get rich off of cutting up an old King James Bible. Huh, you know, to fund their ministry. Yeah. But I noticed down here in the comments, see if I can find it now. Okay, sorry about that. I had the wrong video. Still, it's disgusting to see them cutting up a King James Bible, 1683 one, to make money off of it. But here on, this is Still Framing the World channel, Paul Sodenberger's channel, but this is their Marching to Zion official full film. And you go down in here into the comments, and I will zoom in on this for you. Where was the comment now? Did I go past it? I think I went past it. Yeah. Here we have Gareth Boyd, I am, all capital letters, I am, you know, like he thinks he's God. I am last. He says, very interesting, worth a watch. Was there a Holocaust? Look at Anderson's reply. No. And this is Stephen Anderson right here. Sanderson 1611. He says no. Okay. So on my video, he said it's a real event. Here he says no. Sure. Consistency. You know. But I want to show you this little video here just to show you that the Roman Catholics are behind the thing of Holocaust denial. Okay, this is a, I believe he's an archbishop. All right, watch this.
Bishop Williamson, are these your words? There was not one Jew killed by the gas chambers. It was all lies, lies, lies. Are these your words?
You're quoting from Canada, I believe, yes, of many years ago. I believe that the historical evidence is is hugely against 6 million Jews having been deliberately gassed in gas chambers as a deliberate policy of Adolf Hitler.
But you say not one Jew was killed.
In gas chambers.
So there was no gas chambers.
I believe there were no gas chambers, yes.
There were no gas chambers, yes. You know, that definitely there were no gas chambers, you know, yes. Yeah. And see, what these guys do, again, these Catholics are children of the devil. So the devil's a liar from the beginning. He can't speak the truth, you know. When he speaks truth, he'll twist it, he'll tweak it. And what these guys will do is they'll play little word games, little word semantics. They'll twist things and change things. They say, I don't believe that there were 6 million Jews killed in gas chambers. Well, I don't believe that there were 6 million Jews killed in gas chambers either, but there were 6 million Jews murdered, be it in gas chambers or putting them into mass graves or the big piles of bodies everywhere. There were 6 million Jews killed. But see, they'll say, I don't believe that there were 6 million killed in gas chambers. And then he goes on to say, well, actually, there weren't any gas chambers. Okay, you know. And we're going to see later on how that Stephen Anderson is basically saying the same things. But let's watch this.
I think that 200,000 to 300,000 Jews perished in Nazi concentration camps, but nothing like that. None of them by a gas chamber. I don't. If you know,
this is not anti-Semitism. What is anti-Semitism?
Okay, So let me just stop it right there. He says, you know, if this isn't anti-Semitism, then what is this? Now watch the Jesuitical little word games coming up here from this bishop. Watch this. This is classic Jesuitical sophistry. Okay, they will answer questions without answering questions. You know, this is incredible stuff. Check this out.
Anti-Semitism, if anti-Semitism is bad, it's against truth. If something is true, it's not bad. I'm not interested in the word anti-Semitism. I mean, you know, it's the word is very
the
dangerous.
bishop calls you anti-Semite.
The bishop can call me. He can call me a dinosaur. He can call me an idiot. He can call me what he likes. This is not a question of name calling. This is a question of historical truth. Historical truth goes by evidence and not by emotion.
Okay, now remember that. That's going to be important later as we watch Andersnake, and he's going to say almost the identical thing. And ironically, right here, one of the best books written against the Vatican there with their Holocaust. This one's actually about the Holocaust over in Yugoslavia. The history books don't even talk about for the most part. And I'm going to talk more about that too as we go into this thing. But you're going to read, I want to read to you from this book here a quote in just a little bit after we watch some of Andersnake's stuff. You know, and the Catholic bishop, Anderson, and the book there are saying the same things. They'll twist the meaning of the word truth. Let's continue.
You know, frankly, I don't believe that the official version of the Holocaust is true whatsoever. Now, first of all, let me just start out by saying this. No, I am not a racist. I don't have a racist bone in my body, and anybody who has seen this film knows that this film is not a racist film whatsoever.
Okay, let me just pause real quickly there. Okay, yes, it is a racist film because it picks on the Jewish people, and they put up a quote from Martin Luther saying that their synagogues and their homes should be burned down. And they don't ever come out and say, hey, whoa, wait, don't do that. They put the thing in there, and they never say anything about don't burn their places down. And they have other quotes and things in the movie that are very much anti-Semitic. So, see, this lying propaganda, you know, I mean, it's like the guy's punching you in the face, and he's going, I am not punching you in the face. I am not assaulting you right now. I'm not doing anything wrong. Why are you getting upset with me? I'm not punching you in the face. You know, yes you are. And by the way, it's interesting down here, it says jewishfables.com. This is called a lower third in the video industry. They put this little line there and then you can put a text on it. This lower third says jewishfables.com. Type it into your search engine there or whatever. Type it in, or not so much search engine, but type it in there as an address, a website address. You know what it'll take you to? It takes you to Marching to Zion on Paul Sodenberger's channel on YouTube, Framing the World. It takes you right to it. So, you know, again, Andersnake, Sodenberger, all these guys, they got so many different website names and so many different things, and it's all tying in and keying into their little system of Jewish hate. Let's continue watching.